What if Osama bin Laden had never carried out 9/11? Hello and welcome, friends. Today we are going to explore one of the most important what-if questions in modern history. What if Osama bin Laden had never launched the 9/11 attacks? How would the world look today? What would be different? Let's begin this journey of alternate history. 1. America's foreign policy and global role. Before 9/11, the United States was already a superpower, but its approach was more focused on diplomacy, economic growth, and technology. If 9/11s had not happened, the US might not have invaded Afghanistan. The Iraq War might never have occurred. The war on terror would not exist. Trillions of dollars spent on war could have been used for education, healthcare, and infrastructure. The US could have advanced even more in science, innovation, and global leadership. 2. Image of Muslims and rise of Islamophobia. After 9/11, Muslims across the world faced suspicion, discrimination, and hate, especially in the West. Without the attacks, Muslims wouldn't have been targeted at airports or in immigration processes. Western media might not have spread fear-based narratives about Islam. Young Muslims could have felt more confident and integrated. Relationships between the Islamic world and the West would be stronger and more peaceful. 3. Afghanistan and Iraq. Two different stories. After 9/11, the US invaded Afghanistan in 2001 and Iraq in 2003. Both countries suffered heavy destruction and loss of life. In this alternate world, the Taliban regime might have survived or evolved through negotiations. Saddam Hussein might still have ruled Iraq, for better or worse, but millions wouldn't have died. There would be no ISIS. The Middle East would likely be far more stable. Fourth refugee crisis in Europe. The wars in the Middle East caused a massive refugee crisis. Millions fled to Europe, leading to political and social tensions. Without the wars, Europe might not have faced such a refugee influx. Right-wing and anti-immigration parties might not have gained so much power. Brexit may have turned out differently. 5. Surveillance and loss of privacy. After September 11th, governments launched massive surveillance programs in the name of security. Without the attacks, agencies like the NSA and CIA wouldn't have expanded their powers. People would have had stronger privacy rights. Big tech companies wouldn't have been pressured into mass data sharing with governments. 6. Rise of Trump and American politics. The fear and anger following 9/11 shaped American politics. Islamophobia and anti-immigrant sentiments played a big role in campaigns. If 9/11s had never happened, anti-Muslim rhetoric would have been weaker. Politicians like Donald Trump might not have gained as much support. American society might have remained more united and peaceful. 7. Pakistan and the South Asian region. Pakistan became a frontline ally of the US in the war on terror, which led to internal instability and terrorism. In a 9/11 free world, there would have been no drone strikes on Pakistani soil. The rise of extremism in regions like Swat and Waziristan might have been avoided. Pakistan's global image would be stronger. The country could have focused more on education, trade, and development. 8. Everyday life for ordinary people. After September 11th, life changed for everyone, even those far from war zones. Without it, air travel would be less stressful. Immigration rules would be simpler. People would feel less fear and paranoia. The world might have felt more open and connected. A question for you. What do you think? Would the world be better off without 9/11, or would another global crisis have taken its place? Did the war on terror make the world safer or more dangerous? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Final thoughts. History is full of turning points, and September 11th was one of the biggest. If that day had never happened, the 21st century might have looked very different. Less war, less hate, more peace, more progress. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Real History. I'll see you in the next deep dive into the past that could have been. Thanks for watching.